I'm Gary Waybright. We have 36 acres of woods back here at the back end of this quarter section.
We are Scott and Carrie Kokoska. We're a very small farm. We only right now have 4 head of cattle, 20, 30 chickens, a few horses and ducks.
I'm Steve Poyser.
And I'm his wife, Sheila.
We live on a 160-acre farm.
If you have a sense that your farm ground, your open ground, your woodland is valuable, and you hate to think that after you're gone that it gets paved over, then I think you need to really seriously consider a land trust.
The mission of Woodlands Lake is actually pretty simple. It's to preserve farms and farmlands. If we want to preserve agriculture in the future in our communities, one of the basic assets is farmland.
Wasn't for them, there wouldn't be any tying up of land. It'd be subject to development, period. And as land pressure, like there is here, gets worse and worse, there would be no way to protect it.
I think as an organization that there is a lot of history that not only you're entering whatever age you have with your farm, entering into that trust. You're entering an organization that has a lot of collective knowledge from the farms around, and you're joining that heritage as well, and being able to learn from other farms. The Woodland Lakes is able to provide resources from other farms to be able to help you.
So when we create a conservation easement, we're thinking not only about today, we're thinking about 20 years, but we're also thinking 50 years ahead. What is agriculture going to look like? And how do we design this conservation easement so that we can allow that farm to adapt to whatever agriculture looks like 50 years from now? Our continuing challenge is to share with farmers what it means to create a legacy of that farmland that goes beyond this generation, and why that's important to the community.
In the last 20 years, the United States has lost enough farm acreage to make another New York State. That means less acreage for food production.
We're losing land ground. We're losing land nationwide, worldwide. People with money want to build factories, and they want open ground. They want good, solid, level ground. But I don't want to trade a factory here. I want open ground, and I think that's what we need. We can't grow food on cement. You got to have open ground to feed our population in the state and in the world.
Unless you want to have all your food grown in a hothouse or hydroponics, which the taste and nutrition isn't as good as the stuff actually grown in the ground, then we better keep these farms as real farms.
Again, I'm not looking to maximize the dollars from it. I'm looking to maximize the health of the environment, the health of the woods environment, and therefore then that woods can do its share of the greater environment.
You just have to love the land, which is disappearing into parking lots.
If the city limits grow, or if other circumstances change, then this heritage would be lost, and it would really be a loss to greater society to be able to lose this farm history and be able to have a sustainable cycle of what's good for the land, what's good for the livestock is so good for people as well as the land. It's really good to be able to have that connection, and the farther we remove that from society, it not only hurts the groundwater, the soil, but also people's experience and their understanding of what this creation is.